What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I want to talk about why most narcissists only hold basic entry-level jobs. These jobs require little to no high school education. On their job applications, they list a lot of previous job experiences, and usually the employer is more impressed with the experience instead of the time spent on the job. Now, there are some narcissists who've attended college, but not because they wanted to further their education, but more so just to follow the leads of someone else, and most likely with hidden intentions. Now, the narc is more familiar with just the college experience itself, but they could never really recollect the education. Reason being is because they look to college as a good time and just partying and getting to know people, which interlinks with their hidden intentions. The narc who I'm more familiar with, this is something she told me herself. Every time we would talk about the college experience, because I've never been to college. So a lot of times, enlighten me about your college experience. I mean, let's have the conversation. I like to hear stories and tell me about your experience. But with her, I could never get anything out of her. But, I don't remember none of that stuff. And I would be like, well, what was your major? And she could never tell me her major. Like, no matter if you didn't graduate from college, one thing you're going to remember is your major. Like, who doesn't remember their major? She could never tell me what her major was. All she can say is, I just went to college to party and have a good time. And I was like, okay. So that kind of tells you a lot about the narcissist. Normal humans, they further their education with hopes to become successful once they're out of college. Although it doesn't usually always go that way based on how, it shows that new graduates are more unlikely to be hired in their educational field experience. And, very seldom you'll become like an intern before that, you can probably be hired on into your field. So narcissists, they don't have a passion. They have a habit of doing things a certain way. This is why they pick jobs like working in a restaurant, on a serving line, or working in a daycare with children, or even working like in a preschool as somebody who's like volunteering or something. If they had to go to school to get a degree to work in education, they're not going to do that. They'll rather volunteer their time just to be there. They'll pass up some money sometimes just to, just to have this habit. They have this habit of doing things that is not even beneficial to their life. So, they work jobs like that. They might even work at a veterinarian clinic. They may work at an animal adoption center. They may work at a adult daycare or in nursing homes. And notice they pick jobs that doesn't really require much training in order to micromanage, because they have to find something that's going to somewhat put them as a person in a supervisor position. And this is right up their alley, to be amongst a group of people who they could supervise in some type of way and be in leadership. They suck their way into these positions, and then they abuse their power by mistreating those who they cannot control. This is what the narcissists do. They live to control. So this is my opinion why narcissists only hold basic entry-level jobs. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Leave your comments down below, and as always, I'll talk to you soon.